You should flip them off. LOL.
LOL.
This is where I get frustrated.
Don't even open that can of worms.
Like horrifying.
Horrifying. Not allowed to cry or have emotions in your house?
Like, do you really need to know what Zymoglophicate is? Or
Oh, Jessica.
everyone has a favorite. Everyone does. Lauren,
Jessica.
what you doing?
I am doing a little at-home gel manicure.
Okay.
So there's this company called LIVI, L-I-V-I. Y'all should look it up. And you order online, pick a color. They have some really cute colors with funny names. I am putting on, what is it called? What? Like it's hard? The other one I got was Bend and Snap. So
they love
like
Legally
a Blonde
Blonde
theme. And so they ship you this kit. It has whatever colors you chose, plus like all the tools you need. There's nail clippers, there's nail scissors, there's a file, there's like a little emery board, there's whatever this
Cuticle.
tool is. Thank you, cuticle thing. With a cute little like tote bag thingy.
That's nice.
And then it's super easy. Like it's like a little sticker, and you stick it on, and then you use the scissors to like cut it down, and then the clippers to get it all nice and neat on your hands. And I was looking at it, and I was like, it was like not that bad. Like I look pretty good. You know, I've tried different brands like this before that were not as good.
Oh, yeah,
These are a lot better.
Oh,
like a lot better. Yeah.
They look really good.
They look good. They are very easy.
Yeah, it seems pretty speedy to apply to.
Yeah, like pretty fast. The ones that I've used in the past took forever.
Yeah.
So these are great, and they're like very sturdy. Like I'm scratching it and nothing is happening.
That's great.
I know.
Love that.
Because you know I beat the hell out of
I know.
nails.
Well, you have 3 kids, so you need something that's like really easy to do really fast.
That?
You should flip them off. LOL.
LOL.
Gotta have cute nails.
I highly recommend this, y'all. Saves you a trip to the nail salon. Probably saves you a little money.
Yeah.
Some time. And they're easy.
Yeah.
So why not?
And they look good.
You know?
Yeah. LIVI, L-I-V-I.
L-I-V-I.
I'm sure they
check them out.
Instagram, Google, all the things.
Yes, definitely. Check them out, y'all.
All right. What's our first cue of the day?
Okay. Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Can we talk about childhood trauma? Like abuse or neglect shows up in our parenting. I'm a parent who went through a lot growing up, and I constantly worry that my own mental health struggles will hurt my kids or that I'll pass on patterns I've been trying to break. How do we parent when we're still healing ourselves?
I mean, same girl.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think you just have to be really proactive and go to therapy.
Yeah.
And I think, and we talked about this earlier, like being really self-aware of your like level of frustration tolerance. Like what triggers you the most? Like me, it's like loud noises.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's what'll like not rile me up, but like activate like my amygdala or whatever. And so figuring out all of that stuff and just like being really like reflecting and giving yourself grace.
Yeah.
Well, like go to fucking therapy. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
awareness is step 1.
Yeah.
So it's great that you have some awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, you know, it's never too late
No.
to get help, but also get help as early as you can.
Yes.
You know? Like if you're noticing these patterns, like just go see someone. Just go start. And
Yeah.
it's a long process. It's a slow process.
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. And like finding a trauma-informed therapist.
Yeah.
Like not just going to someone who like looks cute on Psychology Today.
Right.
Like finding someone who trauma-focused. I would steer clear of anyone that says they do CBT just because it's a Band-Aid. So it's not going to work and you're going to waste your money. So, and I think like, but like, what did she say? She's repeating patterns.
Yeah, she is constantly worrying that my own mental health struggles will hurt my kids or that I'll pass on patterns I've been trying to break.
I mean, you're probably not passing them on if you're conscious that, like, they're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you might be catching yourself in the moment and
Yeah.
being like, oh, shit, I'm doing that because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know how to change the behavior.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's like, I mean, I think like going to someone who's trauma informed and kind of does parenting.
Yeah.
Some sort of like behaviorist or whatever.
Yeah.
Because if you're reacting to behaviors in a way that you don't like, I'm assuming that means that you're reacting to them a little dysregulated, or you're overwhelmed, or you just don't know what to do and your brain's going 1,000 miles an hour. So figuring out why your brain reacts to stress or unknowns like that, number one, and that's the trauma therapist stuff.
Yeah.
And then going to like a parenting expert or somebody that can kind of break down what behaviors are and why behaviors are behaviors.
Yeah, and like what you can do differently.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. We both have like things in our throat
I know.
right now.
I'm like always clearing.
Yeah. Did I tell you that I just recently started going back to therapy?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
With our friend?
Someone new.
Oh.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to get someone who didn't know me.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is hard in a small town.
Yeah, there are a lot of people though.
Well, I wanted to get someone good who doesn't know me, and she has like an adult child with autism who's had like major mental health behavioral problems.
Yeah.
So she like gets it on a personal level.
Yeah.
But she's done like decades of work with families and kids, and you know she's seen it all. So
so she's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, like. Yeah, go to therapy. Anyways, next question.
My name is Maddie. I'm 11 years old. And my question is, what can I do to help my family relationship?
Maddie is 11, it said?
Yes.
It's not your responsibility.
No.
And it makes me sad that you are taking that responsibility on.
Yeah.
And thinking that you need to be the one to fix it or whatever.
Yep.
I mean, it's not your responsibility. Go tell your mama to go get some, or your whoever it is, to go talk to a parenting person.
Yeah.
Or just therapy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a sad question because no child should be the one to be asking that question.
Yeah.
You know?
Or even know that that's a question, like know that that's a problem.
Right.
And like, so we have a box at the office that's like a whatever, like you
anonymous content question box, whatever.
Yeah, that you drop in, and so like anyone can put a question in there.
Yes.
But it's interesting that the kid put the question in and the parent did not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're both there.
Yeah.
But the kid put the question in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, sweetie.
I know. But it's sweet that you want your family
You're motivated.
relationship. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think most parents assume, especially with that age group, that the kid, you know, because 11-year-old can be assholes, you know? And so I think most parents assume that, like, the kid doesn't want to be around them or they hate them or, like, you know, they never want to see them again. And really, most kids actually do want to be close to their parents or closer or have a better relationship with their parents.
And, like, that age, I mean, it is tough. Like, thinking about, like, when I have clients that are that age, like, it's pulling teeth trying to talk and, like, because you don't know what they're interested in and they are not telling you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I told this client, like, because the mom was like, go out to sit at the table. What are you going to talk about? And I'm like, the goal is that you don't ask that question. You just do it because you're, like, naturally engaging with your kid. But, like, go, like, there are games or, like, question cards. Like, go get question cards. And, like when, like, I have these conversation starter things, and it's like, I wish my mom would, and they have to complete the sentence. Mm-hmm. Or, like, I get scared when, or my favorite memory is, and that can just, like, spark up conversations.
Yeah.
So, anyways, for the parent of this kid, that could be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, it's hard. It is hard with that age because, like, kids are starting to pull away from you.
Yep.
And they're moody and they act like they don't want to be around you. But truthfully, deep down,
they do.
Yeah. It's like that natural push and pull. It's instinctive. It's like biologically determined. They're not purposely doing that. You know, and you have to remember that.
Yeah. Like this is like they want to test the water. Like at this age, they're like, I want to test the waters, but I also want to know that you're there to save me.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Hey guys, as a dad of 2 boys, I've started to notice that my relationship with sports isn't really about the love of the game anymore. It's about the odds, the spreads, the parlays.
What's a parlay?
He's talking about... I know that these are gambling terms, but I don't know what they mean. How do we know when our interest in sports betting in an age where it's not in an age where it's not just legal but marketed like candy? How do we know when our interest in sports? I think that meant like when is it a problem, basically?
Sports betting?
Yeah.
Like alone? What? So like with
since sports betting is illegal. I mean, is legal. Is legal, and it's like extremely common.
Yeah.
It's very heavily promoted, right? So it's like it's much more well accepted than like gambling in a casino.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess the question is like, how do you what does that look like if you're a parent that has a problem with that? What does that potentially look like for your kids? You know,
well, what did it say? Do you have 2 boys?
He has 2 boys. He's lost the love of the game. Now it's just about gambling, basically. So instead of watching the sport to enjoy the sport, he's watching because he's
with his
put
kids
bets
or no?
on it. I guess he didn't say. I'm assuming.
So what?
Here's 2 women.
I mean, like, I don't know what the concern is. Is the concern that, like, you're modeling gambling behavior? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it depends on how much you're doing it, right? There's some people who are clearly addicted to it. I know someone that has lost, like, life-saving over it, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, you got a problem.
Yeah.
You know? If you're clearly addicted to it, just like you'd be addicted to anything else, that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Then you need to think about that.
Yeah.
If it's, like, occasional and you're, like, betting a few bucks, maybe it's not a big deal.
I mean, I think it's, like, how are you framing it? If you're, like, if it's Saturday, and, like, I get it. I love football. College and NFL. And it's Saturday, it's game day. So, like, I'm watching every SEC game. And if I were a bettor or whatever, but I didn't want my kids to, like, be involved in that because I want them to love the game for the game, then I just wouldn't I wouldn't react to the TV or the players in a way that is correlated with money.
Yeah.
You know, I would still talk about the game like, oh, man, he dropped that ball, instead of, I just lost $25 or whatever. So it doesn't transfer onto the kids.
Right.
So, because what you don't want is your kids to start thinking enjoying sports is only because or only happens when you win money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And there's some like gratification for you.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He's not even a player.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You know?
Like if you're a football player and your dad or mom is like used to gambling or whatever, and you know that like they lose money if you don't get a touchdown. Not you, but like if a touchdown doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And they don't get a touchdown, then they're going to be like, oh God, like I guess I'm going to be in trouble, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I would just think about it like, do you want your kids to watch you gambling every night in a casino?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not, you know?
Yeah.
Keep a lid on it. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Also, like, what are you teaching them about money?
Yeah. Oh, but that's the other thing.
Yeah. Like, money is not to just, like, play around with.
Right.
So, think about that.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's my opinion about it.
And you don't want them to think, like, kind of going back to, like, kids being YouTube stars or TikTok stars or whatever, influencers. Like, you also don't want them to think, like, this is how you make money, right?
Yeah.
Is by
gambling.
Betting on, because people do make a lot of money doing it. But you can also, like,
lose a shit ton.
Yeah. So
you
our
think about
2
that,
cents.
Parent.
That's our 2 cents. Hey, ladies, y'all always look so fit on the. Oh my God,
LOL.
y'all always look so fit on the podcast. What advice do you have, busy mom? I guess what advice would you give busy moms on how to stay fit and look as good as you do?
Well, I'm personally just getting back in the game. And I, like, fucked my knee up yesterday running 3.8 because I had...
Damn.
But I had no business doing that. Like, it's like...
Well,
because
we're
I
also
did,
just old now.
Yeah, but like this happened to me. So when I ran the classic the first time, I didn't train before because I was like, I run 3 to 4 miles every week. Like, it'll be all right. Fucked up my knee for 4 weeks. I was like out of commission. So the last time I ran, ran like 3. I was like, I'll do 3:08, whatever. And no, like at mile like 3:2. It's so anyways, like slow and steady wins the race. Like I would say like start. Like, I really should just be doing 2 miles for, like, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But for busy moms...
Okay, so this is what I tell patients because I literally have 30 or minutes or less in the morning. Yeah. That's what I have. Yeah. I have to wake up at the ass crack of dawn to be able to work out because that's my kids are older. They're in sports now. Yeah. It's like, that's my opportunity.
And you're like... Your job is... And you're back to back to back.
Yes, I'm back to back to back.
You don't have a break during the day.
But... working out for 10 minutes is better than working out for 0 minutes.
That's my problem. That's why I ran. So this is my problem with movement and exercise. It's like, I don't think it's worth it to do 2. So I'm just going to do 3.
I'm telling you as a physician, it's worth it.
I know, and I don't think it's worth it.
If you can only run for 10 minutes or do Pilates for 10 minutes or jump rope for 10 minutes, that is better than 0. So, sorry, that's the truth. For your health and your mental health, like, that's all I can fit in. But if I don't do it, I'm like a fucking psycho, mean mom. I'm mean mom, you know? And so it's like, that's what I have to do, you know? I wish I had 2 hours to work out every day, but I don't. That's not my life, you know? So, on the weekdays... I mean, I don't, you know? It's like I get home and I'm like rushing. This kid has to go there. That kid has to go there. We get home. It's dinner. Then it's homework. And then bath time, bedtime. And then by the time I'm done cleaning the kitchen, it's fucking 9 o'clock at night. So,
no, I know.
Like, that's all I have. On the weekends, I try to do more.
That's like when I actually, no. Mine's opposite. Mine's like during the week because my schedule is a lot more flexible than
during
yours.
The week. Yeah. Well, and like as your kids get older...
It's not though, because my job, like I have some days where I don't come to the office until 2:30.
Yeah,
because I see kids.
Right. So you're after school.
Yes. Like you see them every 6 months.
See adults too.
Yeah. And so like they get out of school early once every 3 months, not a problem.
Yeah,
you know, but
like okay, so have you ever watched like the Blue Zone documentary? Have you seen that? Okay, it's actually really interesting. So they look at areas of the world where they have the highest percentages of people that live over 100.
I don't want to live over 100.
Just take it as an example, okay?
But go ahead.
That's fine. I don't really either. But they're looking at like these areas of the world, like what is it that allows these people to have like a better health long term?
Yeah.
Okay. And what they have found is that it's not areas where people like go to the gym for an hour.
Oh yeah.
It's people who like movement is built into their day, where they are walking to work or they are walking upstairs multiple times a day, or you know, they're
I think that's like
biking to work.
Yeah, like that's moms especially. I feel like with small children, like you don't give yourself some. What am I trying to say?
Credit?
Yes, yeah, credit because. Like you're stronger than you think you are. You're toting 2 kids or whatever, and you're going up the stairs and you're bringing the laundry. Like that's not nothing.
Yeah.
Like moving around, doing chores and yard work, all of that stuff. And like I'm a proponent of being outside too. Yeah. Like I hate working out indoors.
I know.
I hate it.
I know. I do too. Like there's nothing better than like going for a walk outside. I love it.
And I hate walking.
Oh, I love walking and like hiking. But so yeah, like if you don't have an hour to devote to working out, just do what you can.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing I tell people is like, you don't have to run and lift weights. You can do whatever it is that you enjoy. If that's riding a bike, swimming, yoga, Pilates,
dancing
whatever
around.
the fuck, dance. Yeah.
I would love to.
You can make it enjoyable, you know? Go pole dancing if that's fun to you.
Oh, yeah. Or the aerial.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
There's so many things you can do to move your body. Move your body.
Move your body. Like,
and that is making you a better parent.
Yeah, it is.
And you got to look, it's not something that like most people don't just like have time in their day to do it. You have to build it in somewhere, you know? But it's worth it. It's so worth it. Like
Ashley Grossman gets up at 4:30 and goes to the gym.
I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I know. And I'm not a morning person. It is not my preference. I would much rather not have to do it, but that's the time I have to do it. So that's what I do.
And I'll probably have to do that later too. I don't know.
These were some really great questions. Please continue to submit questions to us.
Instagram.
You can email us, Instagram, Spotify, message us.
All the things.
YouTube,
comment. YouTube comment. Any comments,
Yeah, we are happy to take some questions and talk about them on the air.
Yeah, we love that. It makes us feel connected to you guys.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Little Brain Campaign.
Please like, subscribe, and follow.
See you next time.